All right. All right, everyone, here we are on Saturday evening, a little after 5 o'clock, going till 7:30.
Then, in 200 feet.
Resuming the Iowa Dash that should have been done Tuesday night, but since Tuesday evening, it has done nothing but rain here and caused some flooding in low-level areas. So they're dashing here on Saturday night. Will that be an advantage or not? We will find out. All right, we got our first order here, 750 to add to the 104 they already have. So let's go ahead and get started.
5 miles.
Welcome to those of you here. We're resuming part 3 right now. 750 order I have in my Subway order, taken to a customer here on the other side of town, adding to the 104 they already have. So let's get this underway. We're going till 7:30, 2 hours and 20 minutes. See what they can add to that 104 and put the pressure on Purdue tomorrow. Yeah, that's not good to drop something from there, especially if you're riding a bike, but apparently he didn't have that very well secured. All right, here we go. Welcome, everyone.
Drive north on South Vine Street. Then, in 700 feet, turn left onto East Franklin.
Hello, Cheeseburger. Welcome in. Appreciate it. Reminds me of the song Cheeseburger in Paradise. Pretty good song. Yeah, welcome in, guys.
Turn left onto East
No,
Street.
sorry, we're taking Mechanic Street. That's a better street to take. Yep. There's Dax. Welcome, Dax.
Turn left onto East
Appreciate
Mechanic
it, man.
Street. Turn left onto East Mechanic Street.
Yeah, this is the street to take. Save time this way. No stop signs, none of that stuff. Saves a lot of time.
Continue for a half mile.
And I just got to make one turn and then go all the way down. Sound like mercy. Well, that's your opinion. That's not me. I don't, I'm not like that. My voice would have to be a little bit deeper than that. So, no, I don't think so. I'm sorry, but I couldn't, see, there's no way that I could even think of sounding like that, or Ernie for that matter. Yeah.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto North
I mean,
Harrison
I've been
Street.
told I've sounded like other things too, but definitely not that one. Definitely not that one. Yeah, I didn't even think about, I don't think I could sound like Jim Henson. I don't think I have that kind of talent like
Turn
him.
right onto North Harrison Street, State Route 9. Then turn left.
Yeah, I remember those Jim Henson days, but I certainly couldn't sound anything like that.
Turn left.
I'm
onto
surprised
West
you didn't say that I
Pennsylvania
sounded like Bert, because maybe I sound more like Bert than I do, or Fozzie for that matter. That would have felt like a little bit.
In a quarter mile, 304 West Pennsylvania Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
Yeah, but I've got a couple blocks to go before I get there. All right. Well, we're going to do this tonight, and we're going to wrap up the Elite 8 tomorrow with the Purdue Dash, starting in Greensburg, and then going, here for the last part. We're going to, and whoever wins between today and tomorrow, we will that will determine the Final Four, and the Final Four will be in Greenfield starting next Thursday. So there will be a special dash on Wednesday night to introduce the Final Four, plus talk about some really important stuff. Oh, right here.
USA is on the right.
Okay. Talk about some really important stuff, especially with what's going on right now. So, all right. Hey, Tornado, welcome in. Yeah. We'll be in Greenfield next week. Next week, Tornado. We'll be there next week. And the reason why it's there next week is because to make it very challenging, because with all orders accepted on DoorDash, who knows where you're going to go in Greenfield. All right, I'll be right back. Right. From $7.50 we now go $10. Okay, so since we're going to be shopping, I've got to do the smart thing here and turn wait a minute, did I accept it? Okay, no I didn't yet. Okay, now I did. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the smart thing here and turn Uber off. Since I'm going to be shopping, I can always turn it back on anytime I want to save my acceptance rate on Uber. So So I got to find out where we're going here on this shopping order. Okay. Capo Frog? No. Vikings? Oh, okay. Well, I tell you, with the way this year has gone by, Dax, we're already in the third month, and it seems like yesterday we just we celebrated 2026. We're now in the third month. That's how fast this time is going. And my special dash on Wednesday night, not only is going to introduce the Final Four, but we also, there will also be some other discussions about other things, really important stuff that I need to bring up. So especially as it pertains to the Final Four. Okay. It really agrees. All right. All right, let me see what we're doing here. Got to find out which one I'm supposed to be going to. Okay, I thought it was Miller Avenue. I just wanted to make sure, but for some reason the app kind of stopped there for a second, and so I had to reboot that one part and make sure it was Miller Avenue that I was going to, because I could have gone to the one on Broadway Street too. But DoorDash loves to send me shopping on Miller Avenue. They just love to send me there, and the reason they do is because, well, a lot of times at Miller Avenue they don't have the stuff the customer wants, and when that happens, if you're not able to substitute and do all that, well, then that issues that team a T, and you lose money on that. So I don't want to get there too, because Iowa already has one T and they have not had a dirty stack yet. So they got to really be careful because then Purdue would win by default. Okay, say something. Yeah, say GXR. We don't bring that up on this channel here, okay? Because that's bringing up religious stuff, so we're not going to do that. Go ahead. Yeah. So we do not discuss that on this channel, because when you do put that on there, then we're getting into the debate on certain stuff, and we're not going to get into the debate. So, I appreciate you joining, but we please do not bring that up on on my channel or anyone else's channel that I follow. I certainly would appreciate that. Okay. because that gets into religious stuff, and we do not discuss that on this channel, because this channel is not about division. It is about addition and multiplication. So that's what we do on this channel. Okay, so sorry I had to do that, but yeah, we do not get into the debate. Okay, that's something we do not get into the debate with. And that that's part of what I'll be discussing on Wednesday night, before we get ready to do the Final Four. So yeah, Wednesday night is going to be a very important night, guys, because it's, there's some stuff on my mind that I need to, that I need to say, and I'm going to do a special presentation getting ready for the Final Four anyway, so I can put 2 and 2 together, and I think you might find that interesting. And especially for those who don't follow teams or anything of that nature, I think you might find that interesting as well. So there's just some stuff to bring up this coming Wednesday night, so keep... tune in for that. Okay. Because the actual NCAA tournament is going to begin this week, I believe, or the finish of the Big Ten tournament, I guess. One of them. So, yeah, it's going to be a big week. A very big week for the college basketball to start. And perfect timing for the Final Four and the dashing. All right, let me go pick this up. I think I got like 5 items to pick up, so I'll be right back. Okay, well, and everything. Always a good thing. Okay. Go ahead and all right. Okay, I guess we're going towards the Franklin area, but I mean, because I know the road here. It's a little house off this one street, a street that I wish not say. Okay. But you'll hear it on the way when I get ready to deliver to the customer. All right.
Drive southeast, then turn right onto Miller Avenue.
I mean, it says it's only 5 minutes away, but we'll see. All right. All right. Oh, you changed your name again. All right. Welcome in there, Vaughn. Okay. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be, during the Purdue Dash, you and Deb are going to be, you guys are going to be the center of attention tomorrow. Both of you are. Iowa is what? Well, I'm going to tell you something. They beat Michigan last night. So, yeah. Yeah, the men's team, they surprised Michigan last night. So, like I said, it's, yeah. I was known for, one of the best three-pointers ever in Caitlin. That's why I got Caitlin's, little one of Caitlin's photos up there when she was still there at Iowa. So, yeah, she's most known for that.
Turn right onto West McKay Road.
Okay, just your handle slightly. Okay, yeah, you and Deb are going to be the center of attention tomorrow. And also tomorrow there's going to be, the title is going to be basically a question for everyone. I already made my thumbnails for tomorrow and the day and tomorrow night, so the thumbnails are already made. But we're going to have fun on the Purdue Dash tomorrow since it's the last one of the Elite Eight. So we're going to have some fun, I think. See. Shout out to Iowa. Take it back. Yeah. Yeah, they like I said, they surprised Michigan yesterday. So yeah. And the reason why I've got former coach back in the 80s, Dr. Tom Davis up there, his very first year at Iowa, he that team did the best they ever did to get to the Elite Eight. All the if they didn't do make any silly plays or silly fouls, hey, welcome Vicky, they would have beat UNLV, and chances are they probably would have beat Indiana again. So all right, up here, guys, you can see some of the flooding waters that are here. I'm getting a good look at this. Yeah, this is what we had to contend with the last few days. And there's some of this in the... Hey, Albert, welcome in. Appreciate it. Yeah. This is what it's done the last few days, guys, with this rain. Yeah. Had a lot of heavy rains here lately. And you're getting a good look at some of these low-lying areas where it's flooded. And there's even more, I'm sure. Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Let's see, as soon as I drop this off, I'll have $16 within just a little over a half hour. So, I just don't like this street name that I have to turn on, but anyway. But I'm just glad that that shopping order went pretty good. I imagine as soon as I drop this off, they'll probably send me there again, since I'm so close. But anymore, it seems like the shopping orders are pretty much the dominant of all these dashes anymore. It's on DoorDash anyway. Now, I've had a few shopping orders on Uber, and I find those orders to be a lot more peaceful and less stressful than the ones on DoorDash, because they don't care on Uber, if something's not there. You just you just say that it's not there, or if you can, or whatever. They don't care about anything else. They don't have a stupid program like DoorDash does, to where they penalize you if the item isn't there. Yeah, Uber isn't playing that game, or at least they're not right now. Hopefully they won't follow the leader, because then everybody be upset about that too, because we don't want to follow the leader here. Okay, as they're already following the leader on some other stuff. Hopefully they won't do that with this. Okay, I think this is the road I'm supposed to turn on. Yep. Okay.
Turn left onto South Cemetery Road.
That's the word I was talking about, guys. All right.
In a quarter mile, 1879 South Cemetery Road, Shelby.
I think I've delivered to this person before. I don't remember the name, but I do remember the I do remember delivering somebody down here. I don't remember the name though. So I delivered pizza down here once to somebody. Yeah. You don't have DoorDash anymore? People are gonna...
South Cemetery Road.
Oh, it's like there's somebody else in here with me. Okay. I wonder if this is another dasher delivering something else. Well, if that's the case, why didn't either one of us get a stack? Oh. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. Well, one of us should have got a stack. Talk to them and see what they say. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. This should be interesting. I wonder who this... Yeah, is it a dasher? Hello. All right. I'm just going to go and park up here. Yeah, that was a dash. Okay. I don't know why the is this a very bad area or something?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto State Road 44.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was basically telling him the same thing that I do. I told him, I said, every place has cameras anymore, and I told him, I said, if you if you tell everyone, you appreciate their business and enjoy whatever it is they have, and have a good day. I told him, watch your tips go up, and I told him, I said, just try it and see what happens. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good on DoorDash now. I mean, here it is. I just made $17 in the first half hour, and now I just got another $8 order. So that's $25 within the first hour. Well, of course, there's 10 items on this, though. So Iowa's getting off to a pretty good start here. Their whole goal tonight is to put the pressure on Purdue tomorrow. But Purdue is going on a Sunday, so yeah. I think they have the advantage going on Sunday, even though it is in Greensburg. Now, Iowa has, one of the greatest three-pointers of all time. But tomorrow night, when Purdue goes tomorrow night, you're going to see what Purdue used to have. And, I get to reveal that tomorrow night. So this is going to be a pretty good little contest between these two. I mean, after all, Iowa tried to catch them once before when Purdue had 195 in the regular season, and Iowa fell short by 3. And they would have had it had they been able to take a dirty stack near the end that was kind of going out of the way. So that dirty stack would have put them past Purdue, but because they couldn't take it, well, they fell short by 3. That's why they ended up as the number 5 seed, and Purdue ended up as the number 4 seed. So, all right, well, back to shopping we go. Back to shopping we go.
In a half mile.
But I knew since I was here they were going to do that again, so that's why I did not turn Uber back on, because I had a feeling they were going to pull this again, and they did. But hey, it's $8, so even though it is 14 items, but a couple of them are duplicates, so it's not like it's that bad.
Turn left onto South Miller Avenue, State Road 44.
The one thing I noticed when I was in there, the last customer there ordered cookies, and they've got the cookie aisle pretty well stocked. So if these people ordered cookies, well, I think we're in pretty good shape there. Yeah, the cookie aisle was very well stocked. Most time it's not. And for some reason today it is. Hey, and there's Eric. Yeah, hey Eric. Yeah, I saw you on that new lady that Dana's on last night. I don't know if you saw me or not. But yeah, I said, she's climbing up the ranks really well. Dana's DoorDash board or whatever her name is. Yeah, I saw you on there yesterday. I was at my W-2, on break. That's why I never really chimed in that much. I mean, I took a short break, but I did see you pop in there. Hey, Geo Bear, they should have it everything. I said, not this Dollar General, Geo Bear. Yeah. How you been doing? I've been doing a lot of work on my W-2, but I'm just kind of glad to be back out here doing this. Yeah, that was an absolute mess last night at my W-2. Let me tell you, it was horrible. Yeah, they need to get this rebuild going so that I can go back to doing what I used to do, because this other stuff that I've been doing, because there's this other area that working at that, where I'm cleaning up at, and, they need to rebuild that again. So it's been that kind of thing. So, all right, we're getting ready to go back here and shop again.
951 Miller Avenue, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
It's not really going to take me that long because there is duplicates here, so it shouldn't be that bad. Only thing is, there's a lot of people shopping here, so as you can see. I guess I'm going to have to take this one right here in the front. Looks looking like. And you're not supposed to leave the cart sitting out here. That's not a good thing. All right. Let me go get this real quick, guys, and I shall return. It should not be that long. Let me see. Yeah, they got more drinks than anything. Yeah, this is all drinks, couple other stuff. So, all right. I'll be back shortly. I'll go ahead and take this cart for him. Well, guys, NF5, I want to say welcome. Yeah, thank you guys very much. Well, in the gig life, if you are lurking right now, congratulations to you. You are in the Final Four by default. Iowa's out by 2 T's. I had a really rough time in there trying to talk to a customer about something. They gave a substitute, then they decided that they didn't want it. So that's it. Iowa's out. Okay, so we got to play it. So Purdue is automatically in the Final Four. All right, Papa John's will do that. All right, but we still got to do this. Okay. Yeah, they gave a substitute. So I can't have anything but black, but you put on navy blue as a substitution. So you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. But you cost Iowa by being that way. So, yeah. So, because of this customer, and going out of both sides of their mouth, well, it cost Iowa an opportunity to get to the Final Four. So, no, because they didn't have a dirty stack, there was nothing they could do. So, okay. So, here we go.
Doesn't like that one either. And another technical foul. And this is what Duncan's out of the game. He's thrown Duncan out of the game.
2 T's. Iowa's out.
Now walking over. That's the second technical, which is an automatic ejection. As we've been showing you, Duncan's.
So, it will now be Indiana versus Ohio State. Ohio State will go Thursday, and Indiana will go Friday. And then Tuesday of the following week, it will be Purdue going on Tuesday, and Penn State going on Sunday. So Purdue has a free-for-all tomorrow. So, yep. So that's going to change my thumbnail then. Yep. You see why I hate going to Miller Avenue? Miller Avenue, kills your shopping rate. Always has, always will. And now Purdue has defaulted their way into the Final Four. All right. So, well, anyway, we get $8 for this Papa John's order that's coming up. So, well, anyway, it don't mean anything now. 2 T's, you're done. You know, it's highly unfortunate, but and see, and that's the thing. All this seems to happen with the lower seeds. Yeah. Michigan ended, even though they had a dirty stack in between. Michigan, the 8 seed, they had 2 T's on shopping orders. And of course, we all know number 7 Oregon had 2 T's on the shopping orders in round 1. Ohio State had 2, but they had 1, but it got erased. And higher seeds didn't have those. So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't get this. I just do not understand why. And I know the customer, I spent a whole lot of time. The customer and I went back and forth on stuff, and I told them, I said, well, if I can't get you this color of a shirt, then I cannot continue with this order, because then you're asking for a refund, and that's going to kill my shopping rate. So, and oh man, I said, well, but that's the way it is. Yeah, it's going to kill my shopping rate when you ask for a refund. Then it kills my shopping rate. There's nothing I can do. I'm so fed up with this thing. I got to get more rubber bands. I'll have more rubber bands tomorrow for that. Yeah, I'll fix it when I get over there to Papa John's. But I'm just fed up with this shopping rate stuff. I'm fed up. Yeah. Now, the Final Four is going to be a little different. You get longer time in the Final Four. You get 10 hours, but instead of 2 T's, you get 3, just like the old days. So, because you're going an extra 2 hours. Instead of 8 hours, it's 10. So, all right, let me see if I can get this fixed here. All right. So, Indy, if you're lurking, you're in by default. So, Oregon was out by default, and Iowa was out by default. So, but that's what it is. 2 T's in the playoffs, you're done. I mean, if the customer would have accepted that color shirt and didn't say that they wanted a refund, then, you put a refund on there, and there was something else that took forever to find. So, what am I doing here? Okay. I'm gonna have to turn around. Okay. But this shopping rate stuff, I mean, it's getting so old and getting aggravating. And, not only do you lose money and time, but I mean, I don't want to have to do 120 shopping orders to get my shopping rate back up there, because I mean, and you get all these little minimal $2-3 shopping orders that you have to put back to back to back 120 times. because otherwise you're not going to see these $8, $9 shopping orders. They're all going to be little minimal stuff, $4 or $5 at best. And I don't want to go through that. That's just, I hate that. All right. Be right back. Okay, so I have two orders here. So this one here, the second one's on the top here. The other one's here. Okay. Okay, that one has one, 670. Okay. All right. Okay, that was all right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, the first one's going to this area over here. All right. Man, I just hate the fact that, you know, this shopping stuff is just old. It just really is. It's getting very old. I mean, you accept the fact that, you know, you say you put a substitution. This isn't the first customer that's done that. And I don't think these customers realize that, you know, I have to unassign the order because, you know, if you put a refund on there, then it just kills your shopping rate. Yeah. And you say that you want this you want this item, but then you say, you know, later on that you change your mind and say, no, it's not the right color. Well, but you accepted it from the beginning. Okay. Then I have to put a special, you know, a special thing on there that says that they decided that, you know, that they didn't want it, and then you issue a refund. Then that definitely hurts you, because it's a refund, you know, that the customer didn't say it first. If the customer said it at first, you know, they want a refund, then they don't charge you. But if they put a substitution and then, you know, then you refund, then it hurts you. And we're not playing that game. Now, there's going to be more shopping opportunities in the Final Four in Greenfield, because there's a lot more stuff there. I believe there's Lowe's there, there's Home Depot, there's Aldi, there's Kroger, I think a couple other places too. I think there's at least 2 Dollar Generals that I know of. So it ought to be interesting in the Final Four. But for those of you that just joined, Iowa is out on 2 T's. So the Final Four is now set. Indiana, the number 1 seed, Penn State, the number 2 seed, and Purdue, the number 4 seed, and Ohio State, the number 6 seed. Okay, so Ohio State will go first as the 6th seed on Thursday. Then Indiana will go as the 1 seed on Friday, because it's the 1 versus the 6. The 1 always takes the lower seed. Then on Tuesday of the next week, it will be Purdue on Tuesday, and then Penn State on Sunday. So that'll be in Greenfield, of course. And after that, it will be the finals, which will be that Thursday and Friday of that following week. So, and then we'll have a winner. And by that time, it should be around the Final Four of the actual tournament. So, hey, what's going on there, Corey? Yeah, I saw you in Dana's last night again. I was only there briefly because I had to
drive east on East Michigan Road.
Because I was at my W2 and I was just on a break, but I saw you on there.
Turn right onto Progress Parkway.
She's climbing the ladder of those subscribers really quickly. Yeah, she had like 469 when she started, and then she went up to 530 just like that in one night. So she's getting it done. Yeah. But I think I can see why, because of what her former profession was. I don't want to say what it is on here, but you and I both know what it was. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Continue for
And horizontal as well. Oh, yeah. But I think her former profession, I think, has a lot to do with that. And because someone with that type of profession, I mean, you know, that's a talkative person, someone with a magnetic personality, which I think she has. And, you know, she's going to climb up those charts really quickly. So, or, you know, and she's doing a real good job of it. But yeah, she does have a fun and interesting channel. I mean, it's, you know, someone you could really get to, you could like after a while, and I certainly would recommend that channel to someone. And basically, her channel is 3 weeks old, and she's already over 500 subscribers. To which a lot of people, it takes that long to even get 50, let alone 500. I mean, it took me over like 3.5 weeks or something to get 50.
In a quarter mile.
And
Turn
then it
right
took
onto
forever
the
for
main
me to
road.
get 500. So, but someone with a personality like hers, yeah, she can do it.
Turn right onto McKay Road.
Where are we going? I thought I was going down the street down here.
Continue for a half mile.
Where exactly are we going here? Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay.
Drive west
I
on
looked at
McKay
that
Road
wrong.
for a half mile.
Okay. Well, I'm still going in the right direction, though.
In a
So,
quarter mile. Turn right onto Amos Road.
yeah, I am going the right way. Probably could have kicked a little bit of time off, but
Turn right onto Amos Road.
well, that definitely, like I said, I had the thumbnails all prepared for tomorrow, but now I'm going to have to change at least one of them.
In a quarter mile. Turn left onto
I'll have to
Park
change the
Drive.
one tomorrow night. The first one I have for tomorrow in the morning will stay the same because it's a question. And I think because we're springing forward, I think it was ideal to put that question out there because it has to do with time. Okay.
Drive west on Congressional Way. Then, in a quarter mile, turn right onto Counselor Row.
Yeah.
Turn right onto Counselor Row.
Yeah, this is a back way to get there, so. All right.
In 900 feet, 906 Oak Park Drive, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
Yeah, this is a back way to get here. Okay. Okay.
Oak Park Drive, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
All right. All right, be right back. Okay, that first one's done. Now I'm going to a street I've never delivered on before. Even though I've been in Shelbyville for a while, I've never seen this street before. But we'll find out where it is. All right, let's go.
Drive east on Oak Park Drive. Then, in 900 feet, turn right onto Amos Road.
It says it's only 5 minutes away, so it's not that bad. Okay.
Turn right onto Amos Road.
Yeah, so those of you tonight, do not forget to spring your clocks forward.
Left onto McKay Road.
And tomorrow's dash, even though it's Purdue, even though they're automatically in, there will be a question at the very beginning. A very interesting question I think everybody should ponder and really think about. Especially with the way things are going today. I think it's a legitimate question.
Turn left onto McKay Road.
Because it really is something to get you to think a little bit.
Continue for a half mile.
Oh, man. Man, I started out so well.
Turn right onto Progress Parkway.
And then that shopping order just killed the whole momentum.
Turn right onto Progress Parkway. Then turn left.
Oh, it's in here. Okay.
Turn left onto 12 Oaks Boulevard.
I never knew that street was in here. At least at first I thought that's where I was going, that both of those were in here. But I saw the one word, but I forgot the second word. Kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay.
Turn right onto 12 Oaks Drive.
All right.
In 700 feet, turn right onto English Court.
Yeah, so there's two. So
Turn
I've never
right onto English
I've
Court.
never been down
You
this
will
far.
arrive at 2216
I've
English
either
Court,
dropped off the
Shelby,
first one
Indiana
or the second one, but I've never went down here
USA.
before. Never been down this one.
You have arrived at 2216 English Court, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176, USA.
Okay, right here. All right. I'm kind of going backwards, but the GPS is telling me to go backwards. Okay. All right. Be right back. All right. All of a sudden, my there we go. Well, it's a little too late for that, but I mean, it's 2 orders, but I certainly will take that. Yeah. That would have given him $41 for that. But because of the T's, it's too late. got 4 Papa John's orders tonight, so Papa John's would have been the thing. Looks like we got a beaver in the road there. Because of the water. Okay. Back to Papa John's we go. I think I'm going to take the Amos way. Because if I go this other way, it's kind of going out of the way, and I don't want to go out of the way. I'd rather just go this way. Go through this little neighborhood. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. I'm going to go to Papa John's to pick up 2 orders to drop off to 2 customers for almost $17. It's almost like $8 a piece. Only 5 miles, so that's not bad at all. Certainly made up for that, that stupid shopping order where I lost a little bit of money and time, but, what do you do? But I appreciate you joining, Leslie. I thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it. The Final Four is now set, and we're going to have some special, there will be some special prizes and things for the Final Four. And Wednesday night, we'll have a special dash. And, to introduce the Final Four, plus talk about some other stuff, kind of what I'll be talking about tomorrow a little bit. But, I just cut a little bit of time to get to Papa John's so that it would take less time to get there. That's kind of when I went through that neighborhood. So basically, it's been all DoorDash tonight. I have not used Uber. Of course, I don't need Uber now anyway because, a dirty stack isn't going to do them any good because since they're already out of the game. So... I cannot stand shopping at Miller Avenue. I just can't. Because then when you unassign the order too, then it hurts your overall rate. But my overall rate, I can improve that a lot faster than I can the shopping rate. Because all I got to do is just a whole bunch of orders and not unassign anything. And I've gotten my completion rate all the way back up to 98 just to knock it back down to 97, all on account that a customer talked out of both sides of their mouth. They did a substitution but I had another customer do that. A customer that I banned from the platform because, they had a substitution that I went ahead and did, but then they told DoorDash it was the wrong thing, which it wasn't, because it was a substitute they already done. But, they just, but DoorDash is always going to take the customer side. That according to DoorDash, the customer is 100% right and the dasher is 100% wrong. So, even if the customer is totally wrong on everything, DoorDash is always going to take their side, whether they're wrong or not. DoorDash will always take their side and never take the dasher side because the dasher is always wrong. It does not matter. What's going on in here? Something going on here in Papa John's, guys. We got some indie gig life action going on here. I wonder what happened. Guys, I don't know if you were able to see that or not, but somebody got arrested in there. Somebody got arrested in the Papa John's here. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to make that. I don't know if you were able to see that or not. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, so that one's confirmed. Okay. All right. My thing is the wrong way. I don't know. Yeah, I said, did you see them arrest her? Did you see them arrest her, Tornado? I mean, you probably got somebody in there. I don't know. Yeah, because I tried to, the camera, see if I would have had the camera a little bit more this way. Yeah, they arrested the counter girl. For what for? You didn't see it? Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to look at the replay and see if there's any part of it or not. But the counter girl got arrested. I don't know why. But, I didn't want to really tape anything in there because I wanted to respect them at Papa John's. I could have, but, and maybe used it. But if you got any inkling of that at all, on there, I'm going to use it. Yeah, the counter girl need a better camera. I said, yeah. I see. Yeah. Hey, Indy, there you go. I said, you're in by default. Yeah, Iowa's out by 2 T's. So you're in by default. But here's the deal. You're going Penn State. Yeah, I do need a better camera. You're right. Yeah, well, I was parked at a bad angle, though, too. If I would have parked a little bit closer, I would have seen it. If I would have parked maybe a little bit there, you would have definitely seen that arrest. But anyway, but yeah, you're in by default. Okay, Governor's Land. Okay, I was just over there. Okay. Yeah, they had 2 T's. Huh. Yep. Okay.
Drive south on South Vine Street. Then turn left onto East Broadway Street.
Yeah, there was one police officer standing over there by that Pepsi machine, and I'm sure that that one of them was standing there. I don't know if there was a possibility that they would have seen that. I'll have to look at that. See, what time was that? About 1:30? Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it and see. But yeah, man, if I would have had a better camera angle, you would have seen a live arrest on my, you would have seen a live arrest on my live stream. Sad part about it is that girl was real nice and, very personable with the customers. I just don't know what she did to get herself arrested.
Turn right onto Amos Road.
That's pretty sad. And the thing is,
Continue for 1 mile.
the officers didn't even turn their lights on. I don't know if they were doing that out of respect for the patrons that are in there or just didn't really want to make it that big a deal. But that was just surprising. I'm telling one of the counter guys about my order, and then all of a sudden the one police officer that was standing over there by the over by the Pepsi machine there, they told her, "Are you such and such?" I don't want to say her name, but say, "Are you such and such?" And she says, "Yes." I said, "Well, we received a call about you. I need you to step away from the counter and put your hands behind your back, please." And she goes, "Can I?" Then she goes, "Can I ask why?" And she said, "We'll discuss that when I take you outside." Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Yeah. That's going to count, Tornado. I'm definitely going to put that on as a short. Yeah. A live arrest on my, even though Iowa's out, we had a live arrest on my, on my live stream. Yeah, I'm going to cut that out as a short. Yeah, she was handcuffed. Yeah. 4-leaf clover. Well, no, that was her. No, there was another one though that was over there. You probably couldn't see the tail end of it. Yeah, it was before that one lady with the lucky strike. It was before that. It was before that. Yeah, you got to go back a little bit. You got to go back like 1:30 or maybe a little bit before that. Yeah, but you got to see the police officer standing in front of that Pepsi machine. You should have. Yeah. Hey, Kevin. Yep.
Left onto Senator Place.
And like I said, I mean, she's a real nice girl, or real nice lady, and very personable. I don't know what she possibly could have done to get herself handcuffed like that. I have no idea what she did.
USA will be on the left.
Yeah, this is a frequent customer. Yeah, it's this one here, orders, and then let's see. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I've had this one before. Right here.
Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
No, down here. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, right. Yeah, with this truck right here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is a frequent customers. I know this truck. You've never had that? Yeah. A live arrest on my dash. Yeah, even though Iowa did not, got 2 T's, they did have a live arrest. And it almost makes you think something like that, but I can't do that to you, Indy. The rule is if you get 2 T's, you're done. And we can't undo it. No matter what happens, you can't undo it. All right. Let me drop this off. I'll be right back. Oh boy, never saw the cop, just a lady by the Pepsi machine. Okay, well, like I said, I mean, I'll have to look, but I mean, you did see though when I came in, you did see police stopping there, so that you will at least get that part. There were 2 of them that came in, no lights, they just came in. All right. Now, where are we going here?
Drive east on Governor's Lane, then turn right onto Congressional Way.
He just wanted a
West on
Pepsi.
Governor's Lane. Then turn
Yeah, it
right
reminds me
onto
Back to the
Commercial
Future
Lane.
too. I said, guys, just want a Pepsi. Yeah. Yeah, she was the counter girl that that
Turn right
asked about
onto
your order.
Congressional Way.
I mean, like I said, she was, I said,
In a quarter
real
mile,
personable,
turn right
real
onto
nice.
Defense Road.
Someone that you would want in your business that was, that was nice to people, talked real friendly. It's just, I have no idea what in the world she possibly did. While I was waiting, I almost thought about coming back to the car and just,
Turn right onto Loomis Road.
and, turning the thing completely around if I was able to. Then you would have seen that for yourself. I had no idea they were going to arrest anybody, though.
In 1,000 feet,
Yeah.
turn right onto McKay Road.
I had no idea they were going to arrest somebody, though. And right there, while I'm picking up an order, where can I get a scanner? I say, yeah. Oh, Indy could tell you how might be able to get
Turn
one.
right onto McKay Road.
But see, you're not supposed to be doing that kind of thing, though.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Lockerbie Road.
But who needs a scanner when you see it right there in front of you? Well, the dash turned out into an interesting one anyway. I mean, it was like, And then for the fact is, she wondered where her phone was, and she was reaching in her pocket, and he was asking her, he said, why are you reaching in your pocket? And then...
Turn right onto Lockerbie Road.
I mean, and I will say this, okay? At least this police officer, I got to give him credit.
Turn right onto Tom Van
Okay.
Arden Drive.
I got to give him credit. He was a little bit nicer to her
Then turn right.
than some others that I've seen recently in other things. Okay, I got to go this way. Okay, I was looking at it because it always tells you, no, I guess I was supposed to go that way. All right. Yeah, this GPS, I'm telling you. All right, I guess I am supposed to go this way. Okay.
Drive west on Lockerbie Road. Then turn right onto Tom Van Arden Drive. Drive north on Tom Van Arden Drive. Then turn right onto Tailholt Lane.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that GPS. See, when you're in a little three-way like that, it
85 Tailholt Lane, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
All right, so it's this one. All right, here, hang on a minute. Hold on here. Let me park in your driveway. All right. Hello. Who went to the run on there? It took a little bit longer, but man, I had an interesting thing go over there while I was waiting. While there was a lady that was asking me about her pizza, about your pizza. The counter person. Police officer came up right behind me and arrested her. For what? I have no idea why. Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea why. They asked her name, and she got arrested.
Bunch of drug lords are staying out of different families right now, so maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, it's that. All right.
I'm guessing the sauces are in the boxes,
Oh, yeah, right here someplace.
and they may be in here with us. But anyway,
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I hope so too. There be. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your business. Okay. Okay. She gave an extra tip. All right. That's GPS for you. Oh, I know it. Okay. All right, where are we going now? Please tell me not there.
Drive southwest on Tailhold Lane. Then turn left onto...
Which one? Good. Sad part about it is, she gave me $10. It'd be $52. Yeah. Oh my. Wow. Okay. Man, what a crazy night. I mean, what a crazy week. And guys, and here's the thing. You heard what she was saying. Oh, man. You only did 3 orders today? When you talk about the month of March, guys, the craziness, I'm like, man. Oh, my gosh. Never seen anything like this. Ma Dukes called it the other day on Tuesday when I was out. She called it. She said, March, yeah, it's madness. My goodness. Jeez. Never a dull moment when you do this job. Never. And I mean never. Never a dull moment. At least this shop up here, it's only like 4 items. It's not very much, but yeah, I'm not good driving on these narrow streets here. I said, you want to talk about some narrow places here in Shelbyville, neighborhoods that you got to go through where there's cars on both sides. Yeah, that's the part that I hate. Man, I'm telling you. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, guys. I mean, crazy. And if you have not seen the first part of the Iowa Dash from the other day, you want to talk about some crazy stuff, you need to go back and take a look at that, because I've got all kinds of crazy things that happened on that dash. I mean, I know you probably say, well, I don't really have time to watch all that. I said, you have to see for yourself all the craziness I went through on there, and I explained it in the description. So this whole Iowa Dash had everything. Even though they're out of the game, they had everything. Oh, gosh. I'm just like, man, I appreciate this woman giving me this extra, I'll tell you that. So that turned into $26 just doing that, guys. Yeah. You see, and that tells you right there, the spiritual realm will right a wrong. And that's proof right there. The $8 that I lost on that shopping order, I gained back on a cash tip with plus $2. So, I know there's a lot of people, well, I don't believe in the spiritual realm. Well, it's there whether you believe it or not. And if you're always doing the right thing, and you're living the best way you can, the spiritual realm will help you out. Because they see wrongs, they will right a wrong. All right, let me go in here. I'll be right back. as always, they don't. There's always something that they don't have. So. They wanted reduced fat, and all they had was regular. So. Okay. All right. Okay. You can see the two cop cars, but I don't see them enter the building. Yeah, because of where I parked at. You know, I parked over there because I didn't want to be in their way in case there was something really going on. I didn't know if I had no idea what in the world was going on. You know, that's why I parked over there, was because I had to find out. You know, I have no idea, you know, what was going on over there. And I just didn't want to interfere in case there was something big going on in there. But I mean, they didn't have their lights on, so apparently something really wasn't going on that huge in there, I guess. So, I don't know. But I mean, that does count for something, though. So, I mean, maybe YouTube will recommend seeing the cop cars there. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Drive west on Bushway, then turn left onto Twin Lakes Boulevard.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting, to say the least. Iowa certainly has had two interesting dashes. Even though they're out of the game because of a second technical, you still... All right, so where are we going here?
In 600 feet, turn right onto Progress Parkway.
All right. I appreciate you joining, Mike. Thank you very much. Yeah. I mean, Purdue is still going to go tomorrow just to see what happened. Various minds want to know. Well, I went to pick up two Papa John's orders, and the counter girl that asked me about them, she was real nice and very personable, someone you would want to, you know, hire, you know, for your business because of how personable she was. Police officer comes up right behind me and asks her name, tells her to come from behind the counter, and arrested her right on the spot. For what? I have absolutely no idea. I just wish that my camera angle was a little bit better to where you could have seen something. You did see the two cop cars, but
turn left
man,
onto South 125 East.
It happened at the 130 mark. Around the 130 mark. Maybe a little bit before then. I don't know. You see. So this is a trailer park here I think we're going to, guys. Going to a trailer park.
Continue for 1 mile.
Well, she's not going to have a good day. No, I have absolutely no idea what on earth they arrested her for. I mean, like I said, she's real personable. Man, we got some water over here. Yeah. It surprised me. I'm sure it surprised everyone else that was in there, too. It's like, what did you do? No, she's not having a good day, and she got embarrassed in front of all those that were picking up pizzas and all her coworkers. It's like, what did you do? I mean, I was like, that was the thing that was going in the back of my mind. You're such a nice person. What on earth did you do to get yourself arrested? It's like,
in a quarter mile, turn left onto South 150 East.
I was in total shock. I was like, I could not believe it. I've had some really strange. You'll get a bologna sandwich or PGJ. Yeah.
Turn left onto South 150 East.
Man, I'll tell you what. I
In
was.
a quarter mile, turn left onto Shady Creek Drive.
Yeah, this trailer park is in, is in a shady area, I think. I think it's a shady trailer park, if you want to call it that. Oh boy. There's a lot of water over here.
Turn left onto Shady Creek Drive.
How much water is in here? There's certainly not a
In
lot of
600
light.
feet, turn left to stay on South Shady Creek Drive.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to look, and if I see anything that I think would be worthy enough to put in a short, I will definitely do it. But so far, some of you have looked and you haven't really seen anything,
Turn
but
left
I'll
to
take
stay
a
on
look
South
and
Shady Creek Drive.
see if
Then
there's anything
1,500 for
salvageable.
Parkview Circle, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176.
Because that would have been something to see a live arrest on my dash. I was like, man. Okay.
Parkview Circle, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the right.
Man, I don't know where in the world where this is. This is a circle, I guess. I guess it looks like I'm gonna have to get a flashlight out, because I don't know which is which here, because I can't see. That's the thing. No lights. Then you get a flashlight out, then it startles some people, and then they think you're. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, well that ended the dash, so they would have ended up, let's see, they had 46 plus the $10 tip. They would have had $56. They would have had 160. So that's what Purdue would have had to have beat. Well, Purdue doesn't have to do anything now because because they're out of the game due to 2 T's. So yeah, that's how we're doing it. Happy Saturday. Hail elevators going, oh yeah, happy Saturday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Well, the one thing we will know is that Iowa's dash, even though they're out, 2 dashes, some absolute crazy stuff happened on both dashes. But we're in March Madness right now, so like I said, it's certainly not surprising. I don't know, guys. This should be a very interesting Final Four. The 1 seed's in, the 2 seed's in, the 4 seed's in, and the 6 seed is in. Yeah. So as I said before, Ohio State will go first on Thursday of next week, and then Indiana will go on Friday in Greenfield. Okay, in Greenfield. Then the following week, Purdue will go on Tuesday, and Penn State will go on Sunday in Greenfield, because that's how it works. And then the championship game, the winner of Ohio State, Indiana will go on Thursday, and of course, depending on what the seed is, though, the higher seed. If the higher seed wins, depending on who it is, if Indiana was to win, they would go on Friday of that week. Otherwise, Ohio State would go on Thursday, and because they'd be the lower seed, and then whoever wins the Penn State. So that's why I say it all depends. The seeding will depend on which seed wins. So like I said, if Ohio State was to win, they would go Thursday of that following week in the championship. Otherwise, Indiana goes on Friday, because Indiana's the number 1 seed. So it'll be interesting, to say the least. Well, that's what happens when they all got extra dashes. Iowa didn't get an extra dash, though, Indy. Iowa didn't get an extra dash. Ohio State didn't either. No, before the Rushville playoffs, Iowa was number 2, and Ohio State was number 3. So they didn't get extra dashes. All those others did, though. Oregon got an extra dash. Michigan got an extra dash for Rushville. But yeah. Spiritual weakness. Go blue. You're talking about Michigan. Michigan's not in it. The only ones that are in it right now, even though it's Michigan, they did get beat by Iowa yesterday. But yeah. But anyway, we got Ohio State and Indiana next week, and then the following week, Purdue and Penn State. So it should be interesting. Final Four in Greenfield. All orders accepted. You don't know what's going to happen. So, because we could go anywhere. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. Anybody's game. And it's 10 hours and should be just like Purdue beat IU a few weeks ago. Yeah, well, but the thing is, though, Ohio State won. So it's in Indiana and Ohio State. Ohio State is tough, though, Indy. Ohio State can beat Indiana. They're tough. They put up a good number. I mean, Rutgers gave them their all in that, but Ohio State, they put 184 up there, just too short of the 186 they did, and that was a Thursday. That was a Thursday. That was a great match of 184 to 180, and Rutgers went on Friday. Rutgers should have beat them, but they didn't. They came up short by $4. Ohio is a very tough team. And Indiana's going to have their hands full with them. Talk about the real game plus 20 points. Oh, okay. You should be number 1, just like the real game. I said, yeah, but the real game doesn't count. Only counts in dashing. Because Ohio State beat Rutgers, then Ohio gets, in the dashing, Ohio gets Indiana. And then Purdue gets Penn State. But, even though Purdue's going on Tuesday of that week, it's not going to matter. Okay. It's 10 hours instead of 8, and with all orders accepted on DoorDash, and in Greenfield you could go to one of many places. With all orders accepted on DoorDash, you could be going anywhere. You could be going to Fortville, you could be going to Pendleton, you could be going to New Palestine, Morristown, anywhere. That's how it's going to be. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. You still protest. Why do you still protest? You got in by default. You got in by default. How do you still protest? You got an automatic bid on account of 2 shopping tees. You can, yeah. You're automatically in. So, yeah, no matter what. I mean, all Iowa did was have Crazy Dash. That was it. But you're in. You just got to go after Penn State, though. But tomorrow, I really think that you guys are going to do real well, and you will definitely like the thumbnail that I put up, because the fact of the matter is we're springing forward, and so the Purdue dash, Purdue springs forward. I could put it like Purdue springs forward into the Final Four, by default or something like that. I'll figure it out. Because what I originally was going to do, Indy, I was going to do it this way. Because my thumbnail was going to be this way. Had Iowa, had that 160, I was going to put it to like where Purdue Pete was going to say, I said, Iowa may be the best three-pointer in Iowa history, but we have the best overall three-pointer in Carson Edwards, which Carson Edwards has been declared as, I think he was declared the best three-pointer in Big Ten history, the best three-point shooter in Big Ten history. I believe he was declared that. So that's why I put that. So, I mean, I still think that you would have whipped their butt anyway. How was today, DJ? Oh, Eric. At the 1:30 mark, you have to go back to it. The 1:30 mark. Going into Papa John's to pick up 2 orders for $16. And one of the customers gave me a $10 tip afterward. But the lady at the counter asked me about the orders. Yeah, the lady at the counter asked me about the orders, okay? There's 2 police cars in the lot. I wonder what was going on. Were they getting robbed or something? So I go in there, and I was waiting for them to say, hey, we can't go in here. We got a situation. I was waiting to say that. So anyway, I go in there. The lady asks me about, about my orders. I show her my phone. And all of a sudden, a police officer comes behind me, and he asked her name. And she said yes. And he asked her, I said, I need you to step from behind the counter, please, and face me. And so I guess she complies. And she, he asked her, turn around, put your hands behind your back. And I'm like, what? This girl's getting arrested? What? For what? This girl's real nice and very personal with customers. Somebody you would want to have on your team as nice and personal with customers as she was. What on earth did she get arrested for? But right there on the spot, right next to me. Yeah. And I didn't put the camera on because I was trying to be, I wanted to be respectful in that way because, I mean, as nice as she was, I mean, I know most people would have put the camera on and watched it happen because they want views. Well, this isn't about views. This is about, something happening to somebody that A, you're surprised about because of the nice person she is, and B, you're just, it's being respectful to the establishment that you're in collecting the food for the customers that, that's been asked for. And I'm like, this is just absolute nuts. I could not, I could not believe that she got arrested. I mean, it's like, what on earth for? I mean, I was hoping that part of my camera would have caught that. I mean, you do see the police cars in the lot, but I don't, maybe you catch the tail end of it or something. There's got to be some part of it. I'll have to take a look, but those that did take a look, they didn't see anything, but I'll have to look for myself and see. I could not believe it. And then the dash on Tuesday, oh my goodness. If you never saw any part of that, you've got to go back and take a look at it because, I mean, there were 5 weird things that happened on there. I mean, the Iowa Dash, even though they're out of the playoffs, they had dashes to remember. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get ready for tomorrow. Don't forget to turn your clocks forward. And we will be talking about that tomorrow on my dash tomorrow, the Purdue dash. Even though Purdue is automatically in, they still got a dash tomorrow anyway. So we're going to be bringing up a question at the first part. And, if you stop by, take a look at that question and ask yourself that question because I'm willing to see what kind of responses I get tomorrow to that question. So it should be interesting, guys. And we will see if Purdue actually does beat 160 tomorrow. So that's what they would have won. Would they have won anyway? That would be the thing. Would they have won anyway against Iowa had Iowa put up the 160? Would they have won anyway? So that would be the answer that we're looking for. The guys, I'm going to get ready for tomorrow since technically, even though it is 8 o'clock here, it's really 9 o'clock. So I kind of got to get ready. But anyway, guys, until tomorrow morning, I will see you all in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.